Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I thought today I'd compare these three Rohirrim heroes. So, Eomer, Eowyn, Theodred. Now this is Theodred on foot. And as you see here from the packaging, is not the biggest box. It's not the most detailed. And Ready Games Workshop, a generic rider of a Rohan horse for him. He's the Prince of Rohan. Why doesn't he have a horse like his cousins? I mean, look in the box there. Eowyn has a different posed horse than her cousin does. It makes no sense. Now, let me show you how big these models are inside. Okay, so, as I say, here's the horse on sprue for Eowyn. See how that's a nicely detailed, multi-part assembled horse, right? Now, where did I put him? Theodred's isn't. No, that's not it. There's Theodred's. So the horse looks similar in size, which makes sense. You can't change a horse's size, so the base size hasn't changed, but it does look to be more detailed. I mean, you've even got the rider part sculpted onto the horse, and yet this is Theodred mounted. So you can see how plastic injection moulding has come since the white metal days, but I mean likely the biggest difference for this will actually be Eomer. Just look, you can have his horse unbarded, or if I can find it on here, there we go, you can give it armour. Okay, so Theoden would rather give his cousin an armoured horse than his son. Now, I haven't been playing this game for a while, but this makes no sense. Yes, okay, in the books we don't see Theodred, aside from when Eowyn's singing the lament as he's being buried. However, why would you give your son an unarmoured horse and yet allow your nephew to take an armoured horse? Why? That makes no sense. But the other thing I want to compare are the size of these on foot. So let me have a look. I think that is, see there, that is Eomer on foot. Let me try and get a decent camera angle. That's him on foot without his head. I'll try and it doesn't want to stay still. And I've put Theodred beside him, so they look to be similar actually. I was thinking that these would actually be bigger, because there's a lot more detail, as you can see there, just from that one shot. There is a lot more detail on Eomer's body than there is on Theodred's. and there's a lot more that's picked out as well. It's not only can the camera pick it out, but you can actually see it. Whereas with Theodred, I think if I gave him a couple of washes of paint and spray painted him and sent for the highlighters and what have you, I might be able to get more detail to pop, but it wouldn't look as good as Eomer would with the same treatment. And now if I have a look here, where's that looks to be all merry. I can't seem to. Oh no, that's Eowyn in there as well, because she's half her body's on the horse already, isn't it? So just trying to find Eowyn on foot. Because the model, it came with it in the box, so let's have a look. Aha, right, that makes more sense. So 4 and 5. That's 5. It is, where is it? So there is most of Eowyn's body, and that cape there, no, that's not it, sorry, that's misinformation there. That cape there is also part of her body. So yeah, it does seem weird how, I mean, I get that these are new releases, and the comparisons between, you take, okay, that's Eowyn's legs and part of her torso. She's not mounted on a base. And yet, okay, seems that Theodred is actually taller than her. I was expecting this to actually be a video where Eomer and Eowyn were actually dwarfing their cousin. But I will have to get them assembled and get back to that. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have a better video for you later. So, welcome back to the video. And this is after I've assembled all of the, well, I'll say all, I've got Merry away separate, so you can come off from Eowyn's horse for the time being. So, these are, this is Theodred in the middle here. He's the one who's, at the moment, is the oldest sculpt out of the three of them. And as you see, Eowyn is actually, just a little shorter than he is, which is kind of surprising given how she's the newest sculpt. I thought she might be taller, but apparently not all models go up in scale. And if you look at Eomer on the right there, even though he's got his helmet on, and Theodred hasn't got one, for some reason, because Games Witch haven't given him one, he's roughly, it might be about half a head taller, I want to say. He's not much taller, the helmet will add a bit, so I want to say that he's just about there's a couple of inches in it, roughly speaking. So that's actually quite surprising. I thought that these newer models would be gigantic compared to the old ones. And if we take the mounted counterparts, so this is Eowyn, and here's Theodred. If I turn Theodred around so they're facing, you can see the heads. The horses, Eowyn's horse is much bigger than Theodred's, but yet it looks like they're both roughly the same height on horseback, which again is surprising given how they are so far apart in the way they were being made and everything like that. I've not gone for anything, game related here. I'm not doing this to try and get any defense bonuses or stuff like that in Middle-earth strategy battle game. I'm just doing them to try and so I can see the differences between old sculpt here and newer sculpts. So Eowyn's actually roughly the similar size, and Eomer, the horse is reared back, which is a different pose, which again I would have liked to have seen for Theodred, because he is, after all, Theoden's son, so why hasn't he got a fancier pose? And granted, we don't see him actually fight in any of the movies, but it would be nice to see him with a unique horse, not a head-down charging horse that the majority of the Riders of Rohan have. Not all of them. Some of them are more like Eowyn's, where they're charging. But from what I recall from having Riders of Rohan before, they were mostly along that line, not like Eomer. That's facing the camera if I can get them to focus. So yeah, if you look at that, there's again, you can't see the face of Theodred that well, which is surprising. Just shows to show how much better plastic mouldings come for Eomer. I haven't got any of his old models, I don't think. So this is the first time I've actually assembled the model new. And as I say, the fact that his horse can have barding and the king's son does not get it is something that I think needs addressing, really. Because why would you send the king's son, the Prince of Rohan, out to battle without a barded horse beneath him? If his cousin gets a barded horse, why doesn't he? Because Eomer's the third Lord of the Mark, right? And Theodred's the second. So they're equal status. They're both equally as important. They both have the various Eodreds that they command. But yet this one gets new models, new sculpts, and Theodred's more of a afterthought in many respects, as he was released the same time as the Uruk-hai Scouts. So for those of you who collect the Uruk-hai, you'll know how long that's been. I want to say early 2000s. But yeah, he got effectively Crown Prince of Rohan and the second in line to the throne. And yet, he's an unbarded, unprotected warhorse. He isn't. That makes no sense. Theoden, you armour your warhorse, so why don't you armour your sons? please, Games Workshop, give us a new Theodred sculpt, and also give us a new kit like Eomer's or Eowyn's. They were fairly easy to assemble. I've done it today, assembled them all today, and yeah, they look great. The model's nice and crisp and detailed, and I'd rather see more sculpts like his than this one. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.